So what do we have in store today?
It's almost like they already know the Earth is flat.
Really? Red Po philosophy? We're gonna see some of that high IQ research with all kinds of childish behavior. Let's have a look then.
They're not even trying to fight you anymore. They're not trying to prove the globe anymore. They're just like...
Mostly making fun of your idiotic behavior there. Red Po philosophy.
Okay, well, if it is flat, then what difference does it make if it's a globe or it's flat? You're kind of admitting that this is identical to this.
Well, I wouldn't say identical, the Red Po philosophy. Instead, now stay with me here, the one you're holding in your hand right now is based on the globe.
What difference does it make?
Well, the difference being that we understand that what you're holding right now is a projection map of the globe. That's all it is. But hey, everything goes beyond your high IQ research. Hey, maybe you need to open more tabs. Not that it is gonna help a negative IQ. I mean, come on now, Mr. Moustache. Oh, wait a minute, I need to get my moustache on.
You're telling me there's no difference between a flat realm and the spinning space ball?
Alright, let me slow down a bit for you, Red Po philosophy. I mean, it seems you don't really quite understand what a projection map is. Technically, there is no difference between the two. Let's say, for instance, your GPS map. That is based on the azimuthal equidistance projection map. However, instead of projecting the world map from the North Pole, it is projected from your current location. So yes, in a way, your projection map, you are peddling as a flat Earth map, is the exact same thing as the globe. If you keep that in mind. But you're not gonna keep that in mind, are you? You dishonest little dick flute.
How could there be no difference between two different shapes?
Whoa, wait a minute. Could it be? We have a flat earther who understands that different shapes go into different size holes on their toy box. Oh my god, this might as well be a breakthrough. You have just stepped into 1.5D territory there, mate. You can think a little bit further beyond one-dimensional. Good job, Red Po philosophy.
And we're talking about different geographies here. We're talking about... presumably, tens of thousands of miles of earth terrain. Oceans, valleys, mountains, rivers, alleys, forests, woods. Come on, I know there's more. I need to go brush up on my J.R.R. Tolkien.
So yeah, that was a really good introduction of how Red Po philosophy actually talks. Also during debates. He just keeps talking and saying random words to make people think he's actually saying something of worth. But it's just a very basic debate tactic where you just keep talking and over-talking the other person while they're actually trying to ask you a question or explain something. He did it during MC Toon's debate as well, and it was hilarious. Especially because he actually claimed victory on that. I mean, let's have a look at what he posted from that debate from his side on his channel.
So you don't have any conclusive proof of the heliocentric model?
That's correct.
So you don't have any conclusive proof of the heliocentric model?
That's correct. That's correct. That's correct. That's correct.
Except it is a bit out of context, who would have thought, right? Also this childish repetition thing they do, oh man, they're such kids. It's like they haven't grown up or something. Also to put it into context, MC Toon said something along the lines of, science doesn't prove things, it disproves things. And we don't have any evidence for anything, really. But that doesn't stop Red Po philosophy to cut it up in such a way that it sounds like MC Toon is agreeing to, we have no evidence for the heliocentric model. Conveniently ignoring that science is made to falsify things. And by doing that, we come to a way more accurate conclusion every time we are able to falsify something. But hey, that doesn't fit Red Po philosophy's narrative, now does it?
Just endless. We're talking about the literal structure of the world you live in and on.
Oh boy, literal is not the word you're looking for, Red Po philosophy.
Changing shape under your feet. And you have the audacity to say, well, what difference does it make if it's flat or round?
We're not saying it changes shape under our feet, it's just that that is a projection model. Hey, let's have a look at your comment. Well, actually, your comment on my comment. It's doozy, isn't it? However, it does seem really fitting with your childish behavior here, there, Red Po philosophy. So yeah, I said to this video where you take MC Toon completely out of context, quite amusing how you manipulate and cherry pick, while completely misunderstanding what he said. And actually think you won the debate. Maybe open up a few more tabs there. You're clearly outclassed.
Let me finish this one here. It makes me burp though if I pour it in here. Ah, here we go.
To which he said,
"Now listen here, buddy. I have zero scientific proof for the heliocentric model. Mustache twirl."
You'll notice the smiley spam there. I'm guessing he moved on from high IQ tabs to high IQ smiley faces. Anyway, I replied, exactly like I said, you don't have a clue what that means, and MC Toon did not say that. He said science doesn't prove things. Maybe I should change your name to Derp Pill out of context. Haha, that's such a good joke. I am so goddamn funny, it's not even funny anymore. But that's why you're here, right? Right? Anyway, right after that he shit something else out, something along the lines of more high IQ smiley faces.
Now let's walk through this one slowly. Science cannot prove things. There is zero scientific proof for the heliocentric model.
See? Repeating the same shit over and over again. But hey, at least he finishes with more high IQ smileys. Anyway, at this point I was just done and fed up with this, Po. So I basically said, nah, instead let's walk through your dishonest, disingenuous, and obvious fake flat earther behavior. The science doesn't need your ignorance shitting on it. You don't understand any of it anyway. But we do need to have a look at you, an adult, a grown-ass man, if you will, acting like a bratty child, simply not caring about anything that destroys anything you claim. You know, for a high IQ researcher, you're actually quite dumb. Actual smarts don't brag about being smart. Now sit down and shut up your woohoo red po philosophy and let the actual adults do the adulting. Okay there, little buddy? Oh, what's that? Too harsh on calling you out? Well, go suck a lemon, you dishonest little cretin. I just see that he has not responded yet, so, you know, he's usually on top of that. Maybe I made him cry. Anyway, I will link up the debate between MC Toon and this obvious fake flat earther who is just out for, you know, making sounds out of his woo-hole. It was really funny seeing him completely destroyed and actually claiming victory, so with that out of the way, we were gonna have a look at more of this nonsense he's gonna peddle, because, you know, he's gonna peddle a lot.
Are you telling me, are you actually admitting and conceding right here, right now? It should make all the difference in the world, but when you say what difference does it make, what you're really saying is that for some bizarre reason, the mainstream globe model that was created by man...
Well, actually, no. It was created by gravitational forces acting on particles coming together into forming a planet. We didn't make the globe. The globe was already there before we actually spawned onto this rock we call home.
Okay, models, the map is not the territory. Models are not reality. I don't live on this model in my hand right now. I don't live here.
No, but we can use a model to actually model the world we live on. Also, your model is on the world you live on, so there's that. I'm pretty sure irony is completely lost on this guy, but, you know, maybe he needs more high IQ smileys.
You know, if it's a model like something on a computer program that models Earth, you don't live in the computer program. You can't tell me it doesn't make a difference to your life if the very structure of the world you live in radically changes its shape.
Well, holy hell, mate. You just simply don't understand, or actually don't want to understand, Red Po philosophy, for reasons that no one is saying that. And it just keeps getting more and more ironic the longer you hold that globular projection map in your hand. That thing is based on a ball. We don't live on a model. Well, no shit, Dick Dastardly.
The only way you could tell me that doesn't make a difference is if this stupid thing here was engineered to effectively, functionally, and operationally be identical to a flat Earth. After all, what difference does it make? if the ground in the world you live in radically changes its geographic shape.
So, what I'm getting from this is that you don't understand concepts and reality. You can't distinguish between the two. Also, just repeating it over and over again that you are holding a flat earth model in your hand doesn't make it a flat earth model. I mean, last I checked, you guys don't have a model. And you wanna know why? Because the earth is not flat, you utter dick flute.
So, the only conclusion I can come to, this man-made model was engineered by man to make a construct that is functionally, operationally, and effectively flat. By your own admission, it doesn't make a difference.
Hey, Red Poe Philosophy, what if I told you the Earth is extremely flat on a local level? Right up until the horizon. I mean, we've said it so many times now. The Earth is flatter than a pancake on a local level. Hey, but just make sure to get this part and take it out of context. So, you know, it's on a local level. I don't know how to make a sentence so you can't take it out of context. Let's see here. You gotta love the magic of out of context, dishonest cherry-picking post-processing, right? Red Poe Philosophy.
But with one key difference. This is supposed to be a godless model. A model free of intelligence, sentience, and consciousness.
Why? Isn't this god fella you guys keep going on about omniscient, almighty? Couldn't he make a ball? I mean, we can make balls. Why can't he make a ball? Also, something about proving things, you know? You got some evidence for your god there, buddy? You got some evidence for your flat earth there, buddy? Oh, what's that? You don't? How? Quaint.
That's the core. And when I mean sentience, intelligence, and consciousness, I don't mean the consciousness of the physicalist atheists who say that consciousness is just an emergent property of the physical meat brain in your skull.
Well, that's not actually what atheists say. There are variations of atheism. I did a video on, why I'm a non-believer and not an atheist, because non-belief is a step beyond atheism. You're still making a claim if you are a hard atheist, you know, which is, the entire God debate is a nonsensical debate because it is an unfalsifiable claim. All I'm interested in is, what does religion have as a role in society? Because that is actually debate-worthy. But hey, out of context, Red Poe Philosophy stuff, I mean, did I expect anything less? Oh, and in case you're wondering, Red Poe Philosophy, no, I did not expect anything less. Hey, don't tell anyone, but sometimes we need to explain things really, really literally to these flurfs.
And I'm just going to go ahead and tell you what's going on.
Spiffy!
They turned a flat reality into a godless gamma globe.
Alright, I'm taking my Spiffy back. That wasn't Spiffy at all. That wasn't a sentence that was completely void of any content. I gotta say, I'm impressed, but not in a good way.
A gynocentric godless gamma globe. I'm not sure about the gynocentric part, but there might be some to that. The godless gamma globe.
Oh wow, you're just gonna double down on this soundbite you found. It's like you find soundbites and then all of a sudden you get a hard-on for the soundbite. I'm gonna run out of moustaches here if this dipshittery keeps up.
And you know, because they have to make the lie work, so they have to make a globe that matches our observations.
Did you just... the fuck? I mean, yeah.
So they created the perfect globe construct that matches a flat reality. I'm not saying that this map here is some type of perfectly accurate model.
Okay, let's calm down here. Yeah, the globe is actually a good representation of what the bloody Earth looks like and how we observe it in reality. You wanna know why? It's because the Earth is a ball. And what you're holding right now actually gets very distorted the further out you go from the center point where you actually projected the map from. That's why that's why you have a bloody ice wall. That's just Antarctica. And it gets even worse, buddy. If we were to circumnavigate Antarctica from east to west, it's basically bending the other way compared to your flat Earth map you're holding there. You have to constantly make adjustments towards port. Now, if the Earth actually looked like what you are holding in your hand right now, we would have to make an adjustment towards starboard. Oh, what's that? Did I just destroy your fancy little snow globe there? Oh, Red Poe Philosophy. Never change. We need the entertainment.
We don't have $50 million a day like NASA does to, just do incredible, nonstop, well-funded, massive, broad-scale science. Give us that, and we'll prove the Earth is flat in a few months.
No, you won't. And you don't need an extremely large budget. There are so many basic ways you can use to actually prove we live on a globe. I mean, the entire list basically shows up as soon as you Google, is the Earth flat?
No, it is not. You utter dick flute.
Can we prove we live on a ball? You get all kinds of fancy experiments you can even perform in your backyard. But hey, do your own research.
You know, but they won't, because they don't want it to get proven. So they have to make the way we feel and function, because the way you experience the world is flat.
And that has to do with scale, but you're gonna fuck that up. I mean, you're gonna take that out of context as well. I mean, you are a very smart dick flute, aren't you?
Ragical, why are you wasting your valuable time on this dick dastardly wannabe?
Oh, I don't know, Google Girl. That's kind of my job, right? I mean, I'm outstanding in my field, slapping sillies around.
True enough, but this Redpo philosophy is faking this for views.
Well, to be quite... I mean, I've had a look at his sub counter and his views, and they are completely out of whack. He is not that popular anymore, so it's not working, apparently.
Well, he's not funny or entertaining. Good thing we've got you to improve his content, if you can call it that.
Hey, Redpo Philosophy, you just got burned by Google Girl. How does that feel? Anyway, on that note, I will sentence you to be a Just in Order of Silly. Oh, wait a minute, you already are a Just in Order of Sillies. Well, so you just came here to strengthen your belief in you being a derp? Well, good job there, buddy. Anyway, remember to tickle the bell and all buttons around it. And also do the tickly thing with the bell so you can actually have all notifications instead of none or personalized. Future, what the hell are you doing, man? Are you drunk? I was kind of done with this video anyway. There's some more stuff where he talks about flying in a plane and looking at the horizon and all that kind of stupid shit the flirts usually do. You gotta pedal the parrot points, right? So, on that note, I will see you in the next video. Bye-bye. I don't know which ones irk me more, the actual flirts or the fake flirts like this one. They all smell alike. I mean, look alike to me, in a way.